Hello there, Sharks. I'm Jonathan Little for PokerCoaching.com, here with James Romero.
Hello.
What do I even say about James? James gets there, and he gets in there and has a good time. Let's take a look at a hand that I played in the 2021 World Series of Poker Main Event in Las Vegas, Nevada, at the Rio, at table 497. Folds around to me. I get the pocket kings on the button. That's good. Playing 150 big blinds deep. Raise it up. You like 3 big blind raises?
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
You think it matters that much?
Early stages you can go larger. Late stages I go smaller.
Yeah. Early stages of the tournament, 150 big blinds deep.
The idea is you want to get it like 2 or 3 ways, not 7 ways. So whatever size works for that. Same thing with rebetting. If they never fold to your 4x, then use a tighter range and go 8x.
Nice. All right, we raise it up. Small blind, who I get the vibe he likes me. He's been friendly with me. Not too out of line. Hasn't been out of line at all against me. He's been playing some with other people. You know, he's in there. He 3-bets to a normal good size, but this is a size that was particularly big at my table. Okay? We talked about this in one of our previous videos. Make sure you check them out on YouTube, where a lot of people, they just make it 3,200 here, or 3,600, which is a big no-no, right?
Sure.
All right, he goes 4,200. I get the pocket kings. I'm about to put in the 4-bet, but then I channeled my inner Phil Hellmuth and thought, something doesn't feel right here. You obviously just 4-bet and get this money in, right?
Oh, I mean, solver likes to call. I think 4-betting is fine. I think calling is fine.
Solver likes to call?
Solver likes to call. Yeah.
All right. I figured it would like the 4-bet. I'm probably wrong.
Pull
up our charts. Pull up our charts. See what they say. All right. I opt to play like the solver.
Yeah.
Just GTO over here. I call. Flop comes 7-3-2. Opponent bets 5,000, and I almost put in a small raise.
Yep.
Our hand's really good. I think my hand's really good.
Get value from 10s through queens. Lose value to aces.
Let's talk about losing
You're
value to
shut
aces.
down his bluffs, though, if he does have bluffs.
Yeah. So in overly soft tournaments, presumably overly soft tournaments, like the main events, like the mini main event, like your local kind of slow structured $1,000 tournament that takes place once every 6 months, is there any merit to taking lines that result in you just not going broke as often? Or do you not care and we're just going to try to make the most profitable play, chip EV-wise?
Yeah, freezeouts we have to play a little bit more careful than rebuy events. Especially if there aren't more events to play later that day, and if it's the World Series of Poker that comes around once a year with 6,000 entrants. So that's the discussion.
That is the tough discussion. I remember a long time ago hearing some of the old school live players saying they would fold pocket aces pre-flop if they had to get it all in on the first hand of the main event. And I think everyone agrees that's idiotical. But taking a cautious line here is borderline idiotic. You know what I mean? Like, this is clearly a good hand, but he could have... His range in my mind was like aces and kings and queens and maybe ace-king. Maybe a bluff or two that he's just like trying to get me.
If that's his range, then a call is good.
Yeah, because, you know.
That's a tight range, yeah.
It's a tight range, and I want to keep him in with bluffs, right?
Yeah.
All right, I call. Turns to Jack of Hearts. He bets 12,000 into the 19,000 pot. I will say that this entire table I had on day one, no one was overly aggressive or punting or battly at all.
Okay.
Whenever a lot of money went in the pot,
They had it.
they have it. And everybody at the table was like, whoa, what's happening? What's happening? Because this was like the biggest pot of the day, right?
Yeah.
Because a 12,000 chip bet, a 30 big blind bet went into the pot. So, if he has it, what is it? It is aces or kings or queens or jacks.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe ace-jack?
Okay.
Trying to think what else could he even have. Is he going to show me the pocket tens ever? Probably not.
Probably not.
All right. So, I mean, we have a reasonable decision point here. Do we ever make a super nitty fold?
I'm never folding here.
It seems
but
absurd.
There's definitely no point to raising. Our hand doesn't need any protection. There's no draws. So it's 100% either call or fold. And I personally would never fold. But if you think that this guy loves you so much that he would never bluff you...
I don't know. He loves me. We're friendly. He's nice.
Okay.
Turns out he's a Poker Coaching Premium member. Check it out. What do we do? Well, so look. I don't think you can ever fold here because you have queens, right? He could have aces and queens, and we get pot odds.
Yeah.
So don't fold. Don't laugh. It's okay. Raising silly. Have to call.
Yep.
Easy call. Fine. River's a 6. He checks, and now we have to figure out if we should go for the full value. Do we check? Do we bet small, like 10,000? Do we bet medium, like 20,000? Or do we go all in? I want you to pause the video and write what you would do in the comment section below. All right, James is uncomfortable over here. He doesn't know where we're going with this video. All right, opponent checks. I think this is a spot where my opponent had very clearly in my mind aces or queens. You may say, why wouldn't he bet the river with aces? I don't know. I think he was on the cautious side. Why wouldn't he bet queens? I don't know. I think he was on the cautious side.
Okay.
I thought he could maybe have ace-jack, but I thought he'd probably fold it.
Okay.
I think in any normal tournament with, any normal tournament, I'm just all in, right?
Yeah,
Easy all in.
Of course.
Easy all in. But this is where you run back into that spot of, hey, it's the main event. Imagine I know he has aces, queens, or maybe jacks. He never did have jacks. Maybe he has aces, queens, or maybe like a tiny smidgen of ace-jack that'll call it off.
Okay.
Okay. I should probably shove, right? Because plus chip EV,
Sure.
right? Because I'm going to lose, 40% and win 60%, whatever it is.
Sure.
That's a value. You're happy with that. You would take that. But do you take that in this scenario in the World Series main event where if I let it go check, I have 38,000 chips. It's a real number. So do I give up on that, 20% difference of, 60 to 40, right? Is it worth going for it in exchange for knowing when he has aces, I lose?
Right. It's a tough spot. If you double your stack size, you're not going to completely double your ROI in the event. So all of these factors should be considered.
How do you consider them?
I'm shoving, but also I'm ranging this guy differently than you. And in live poker, you have to make extreme adjustments when you have people playing extremely off of baseline GTO. You can't be caught up in solver world when you're playing, low mid-stakes poker.
I'm going to make a bold statement here. I think I am better than you at playing against people who are a little bit cautious.
Yeah.
And I think you're better at playing against players who are a little bit wild.
Yeah. Fair.
We can all learn from we can all learn something from each other, maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows? But this is a spot where I think in exactly the main event, you just let it go check. Like, I would let it go check against anyone, well, unless they're, kind of wild, kind of splashy. People aren't calling off for all of their money. I talked to the guy after the hand, and I said, if I jam the river, are you calling? He's like, I don't know, man.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
I let it go check. He shows me the pocket aces.
Yeah.
But seriously, what if he thinks I'm not going to risk my stack without a really good hand? What's a really good hand?
Yeah.
I could have all the sets.
It's
Don't
important
forget
to make changes to your ranges based on your reads, and also just not give the nits money.
Don't give the nits money. He asked me after the tournament if he should have shoved the river. I said yes. He should have shoved the river. I think he played the hand fine, besides that. Just should have shoved the river, though. You got to get full value.
Shove the river. Don't
be afraid to go for full value. And this is a spot where, yeah, I do have the sets. Let's think about it. Do I have all the sets? I probably have all the sets, right? Not sixes.
Not that take this line, though. I think deuces and threes raise the flop a lot.
I'm just going to call.
But will most people?
I don't know. But imagine I have 12 combinations of sets, right? All of them.
Yeah.
And then I just have kings and queens. Maybe ace-jack suited. Right? I mean, now he's in that kind of weird 50-50 spot.
4-5 suited.
That's true. Don't tell people that. All right, fun spot. You can't fold the aces. If you check the aces, you're not folding. But he should have gone for value, and if he did, it would have been out of the tournament. But I don't know when this video is going to go up, but I made it today too.
And I didn't.
And you didn't. If you guys can find James's bust out hand on the internet, it's a good one. Good luck in the games. Have fun. I think people take this concept of surviving early in the tournament way too far. Sometimes you just know, though.
Agreed, yeah.
That's me for today. Thank you for being here. If you like this, do me a favor. Click the like and subscribe button below. I appreciate you being here.
Thanks for watching.
You are one of my favorite poker players in the
right.
world.